Columbia Heights, Minnesota is a small city located between northeast Minneapolis and Fridley, Minnesota. And Columbia Heights has two different worlds, and each street has a different world. So if you're leaving northeast Minneapolis or Fridley along University just has a bunch of single family homes, apartments, and gas stations along it. So then of course when like you're leaving Minneapolis, you can pick up some gas on your way out, so then you know you're not running out of gas on your way home, and you can get your convenience things like milk, eggs, cereal, your smokes, your energy drinks, and your downfall of choice. So a lot of the university has a lot of nothing on it, and it's nice and peaceful until you hit Fridley, and then once you hit Fridley, university has the shops. So a lot of people who live in Columbia Heights along University, what they do is they just Uber, bike, or drive to Fridley to do all their shopping, because Fridley has all the major stores they need right on University, or they drive all the way to Lunds and Barley's in northeast Minneapolis, and they shop there and they just park underneath the store. So if you live along University, you're going to have a completely different experience than if you live along Central. Central, I call it the party street in Columbia Heights, because Central goes all the way to downtown Minneapolis. So then like it goes from Central, it becomes the 3rd Avenue Bridge, and it becomes 3rd Street. So if you're in downtown Minneapolis and you hop on 3rd Street, it'll take you over the 3rd Avenue Bridge, and then it'll take you onto Central. That'll take you all the way out to Blaine. So Central's full of a lot of mom and pop businesses, corporate businesses. It has a lot of apartments, because when the streetcar used to exist, it used to run down Central. So that's why there's a lot of businesses on Central. And then there's a lot of apartment buildings. So all the activity in Columbia Heights happens on Central and on the central part of Northeast. So, but once like you hit Fridley, Central just becomes a bunch of single family homes and warehouses, all the way until like you hit Blaine. And then once you hit Blaine, Central becomes like a hot spot again, because Fridley decided to put a lot of their businesses along University, because so people that live in like Columbia Heights, Hilltop, and all that over there can have someplace to shop on that side of town. Well, on the central part, a lot of people who live on Fridley and Central come to Columbia Heights to do their shopping, or they go to Blaine to do their shopping. So Central has a little gap once like you go into like Fridley, and then it starts off in Blaine again. So I live on Central in Columbia Heights because I like being near all the shops and stuff. And then it goes Central, strip malls, apartments, then a bunch of single family homes. That's how Central's designed. So if you're senior or you're someone with a disability, Central is perfect, because you can just walk to the bus line and get to everything you need right on Central. But if you're a young person with kids, you want to live along University, because University is the more family-friendly street, because a lot of the apartments along University have playgrounds for kids and all that stuff. And most of the single family homes that you want space for your kids are along University. So, and then Columbia Heights has a lot of older people that live here because definitely along Central because it's very accessible and very walkable. While along University, you have more young people. So I live on the old part of town, but if I moved along University, I would be part of the young people part of town. And Columbia Heights has 3 major buses. The Columbia Heights Transit Station has the 801 that will take you to Empire Foods / the shopping center in Brooklyn Center. It will take you to the 801 will also take you to the shopping center in St. Anthony. It will and also take you to the shopping centers outside of Rosedale and Roseville. And then it will take you to the Rosedale Mall itself in Roseville, where then you can hop on the A bus, the 61 bus, or a bunch of other buses to get to downtown St. Paul. So then you have the 801 bus that goes that way. You have the 11 bus that goes from the Columbia Heights Transit Center down 40th, then down University, onto 37th, and it goes through all the neighborhoods between University and the Mississippi River in northeast Minneapolis. So those people, they can come to Columbia Heights to shop, or they can take the bus to downtown Minneapolis to shop. So there's the 11 bus there, and then there's a 10 bus that goes from downtown Minneapolis along Central all the way to 53rd and Central, goes down 53rd, then hops on University, then goes down University to the Northtown Mall. So a lot of like Hispanic families or disabled people or seniors live along 53rd, Central, or University along the 10 bus route. So then, they can take the 10 to downtown Minneapolis or all the businesses on Central, or they can take the bus to the Northtown Mall. So, so Columbia Heights is a nice small town. And if you're a senior looking for a place to retire, or a disabled person, that can't drive anymore, you want to come to Columbia Heights because this is a very accessible area. There's plenty of condos to buy. There's plenty of townhomes to buy. So come check out the city of Columbia Heights sometime. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.